Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for joining us for another episode of our ongoing webinar series here at Neisloss and Fleming. My name is Joshua Smith, and my goal as one of the agency managers here is not only to provide you with the training and tools to any Medicare agent, what you need to be successful, but I'm here to show you some of the practical applications and ways to consistently be growing your business. Today we're going to be discussing the importance of implementing a business and marketing plan to plot and track your growth strategy. So first things first, let's review our agenda. Here's what we're going to be going over today. It's a wide variety of topics to encapsulate the importance of having a business plan. We'll talk about why you should have one and what yours should look like. We'll discuss your goals, timelines, and how to properly evaluate your success. And then we'll wrap it up with any questions that you have for us. And please do leave any questions, comments as we go on through this as well, and I'll reach those at the very end to be able to address any that come in throughout the entirety of the webinar. First topic is why create a business plan. The biggest reason to have a business plan, in my opinion, is to prevent failure. You can do that just by putting all of your thoughts, ideas, and goals down and then acting a consistent plan all year round to enable your success. You know, we're a national brand that works and operates in all 50 states. I've talked with thousands of agents over the years in every type of capacity, whether if it's over the phone, face-to-face, or in large groups. And you want to know the biggest difference between our top producers and the folks at the bottom? The ones at the top have a plan. You know, they have an identity. They know who they are, they know what they want, and they have a step-by-step process to achieve their goals. On the slide, we can see the various parts to a successful business plan. This includes your mission, objectives, goals, and activity. And we have it structured this way in kind of like the upside-down pyramid because, like a funnel, your work needs to start at the top. Everything that you establish, your mission statement, that's going to lead you towards your objectives that you need to create to hit your goals that you set for yourself. And then finally, you need the activity to put everything in motion. You know, all too often I see agents that don't have plans, that want to skip the beginning stages and really jump right into the activity. And what even defines activity? And for an insurance agent like yourselves, maybe activity can be things like making calls and scheduling appointments. You know, I consider it the day-to-day that keeps you on the right path. Too often our agents are trying to start at the activity because it's simple. You know, you make calls, you set appointments, and good things will happen, right? Kind of. You know, although it's important to have activity, you need to properly plan in order to have effective and efficient activity. Activity, in my opinion, should be the culmination of every one of these steps. You can't plan activity without goals. You can't have goals without objectives, and you can't have objectives without a mission to set you on the right path. So today I want to walk you through the importance of each of these steps and how all of them fit together to create a business plan for you. As for most things in life, success takes planning. The most important part of getting started as an independent agent is creating the business plan. You know, don't expect to just stumble upon success by operating by the seat of your pants. If you say to yourself, I want to make a lot of money and be my own boss, that's not a business plan. You know, maybe it's the reason that you got into the business, but now we need to take that plan, or we need to make a plan and realize that it's, you know, the reason that you got into it is not the plan itself. If you're new to the industry, a business plan will be the most effective when you start with an honest assessment of who you are, what your purpose is, what you want to achieve, and when you want to achieve it by. If you're a more experienced agent, you need to reflect on whether you've had an understanding of where you are now and how you got here. You know, what's worked for you in the past, what hasn't. You wouldn't drive across the country without checking your fuel level, oil, tire pressure, or putting the coordinates into your GPS, right? Well, creating a business plan is the same. You know, once you've got a clear picture of your current status, you can then begin to map out your journey. For any of the new agents on the call, like I mentioned in the last slide, you know, let's have this conversation together and figure this out. We've got a team of sales managers here dedicated to supporting you and your marketing efforts with us. We can provide you with valuable insights to plan, strategize, and help you find your niche in the community. For any experienced agents out there, again, you should really consider doing a critical self-evaluation of how you got to where you are now. What worked? What hasn't worked? And is there anything else that's out there that you want to try? Bring in some experiences of your conversations that you've had with like-minded folks. If someone else in the room has done one thing, have you also done that same thing? And if you haven't, why not? Is that something that you want to do? Here's a perfect opportunity to map that out, to put something new into your plan that you've never done before. The best practice in this situation when you're doing any type of self-reflection is to be completely honest with yourself. And so that's going to take us to your assessment and your game plan. The next section we'll go over is where and how to start developing on your particular business plan. I've always felt that when you put something down on paper, and much more rather than thinking about it or saying it out loud, it makes it more real. I want something that I can hold, that I can flip through and look at one side and the other, or just something that I can pin to my wall as a reminder to do something. At NNF, we feel the same thing about your business plan. You want something that you can hold, that you can keep in front of you, and something that will strive you to achieve your goals. With that in mind, we wanted to create something tangible, so we created this, what you see on the screen, the business planning template. This template breaks down each element of a successful business plan and allows you to track your progress by month, by quarter, and by year. With this, you can keep track of your objectives, your mission, and most importantly, keep you on pace to hit any of the goals that you set for yourself. So first, we need to create the summary of business for you. Give yourself, again, an honest assessment. The summary of business is the first step of your executive summary. When establishing a business, the executive summary is probably one of the most vital parts of a business plan because it clearly identifies who you are, what you do, and what you plan to offer the marketplace. The summary of business is a brief look at the key elements of the whole plan. Here's an example. NBA Financial, we're a financial/retirement planning firm based in Pittsburgh, PA. We offer products that protect one's asset as they prepare for retirement. Again, it's laying the groundwork for the rest of your assessment. It tells us the important things about who you are in a succinct elevator pitch type of way. And here's where we take your summary of business and incorporate it into something that propels you forward and keeps you on the rails, your mission statement. Your mission statement should be what guides you through future decision making. It's important to determine what your purpose is. Why do you exist? This is a written declaration of an organization's core purpose and focus that normally remains unchanged over time. The reason why large corporations and small corporations use these is because a mission statement is the same reason why you, as an independent business owner, should make one. It serves as a guide for your decision-making process. It can help you determine whether an opportunity or an idea actually fits your business plan. It provides you the framework for your daily operations. And like most of what we're going over today, your mission statement, it isn't your life story. It's something that's short, that's concise. And again, it helps keep you on that path to success. There's an entire industry for Medicare insurance agents out there. You need to determine what sets you apart from the pack. Let's take a look at Google's mission statement, for example. Google's mission is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. The company's mission statement, again, this is Google. Their mission statement could have easily been to create the world's best search engine because that's how we know them. That's what we may consider Google in our own minds. But at the core of it, Google doesn't use that because a lot of companies are out there trying to be the best search engine. Google's mission statement emphasizes how its approach to internet searches may be different. You see that in everything that they do, from Google Maps, which helps us navigate to work every day. They've got reviews of every restaurant, food truck, parking garage, and even rest stop on the highway. They've got chat applications. They have translation apps and their own social media sites. All of those separate facets of the company do one thing, though. They organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Again, it's what drives them forward. Everything that they bring to the market, they bring with a reason and a purpose, and that purpose is declared in their mission statement. Now that you have defined what sets you apart, narrow your ideas into something concrete and actionable. If you only have an insurance license in PA, you may not want to have a mission statement declaring that you're going to provide the best possible Medicare solutions to the entire East Coast. You edit it down, make it clear, make it a statement that expresses your values, your direction, and what makes you stand out from the industry. Consider options you have as an insurance agent. What lines of insurance do you offer? Do you want to work with a special needs market? Are you working with PNC? Take your time. Neither your business nor Rome were built in a day. Use us, and again, leverage us as your sales and agency managers as much as you can. We can help you fill out this entire plan sheet. Just ask your sales manager. So in terms of goals and objectives, because again, that was the next level of the pyramid or funnel that we looked at, the question is, what do you want to achieve, and what is it that you want to do? That's your goal. Your goal may be monetary, and maybe it's a certain dollar amount that you want to commit to making this year. Maybe you have an altruistic goal. Maybe you want to simply say, I want to provide assistance and guidance to as many Medicare eligibles as possible. You can set goals for maintaining clients or bringing on new products as well. Objectives are what brings you to these goals. So even if all of these things were your goals for the year, what are the specific objectives that you need to make to get there? Maybe it's a certain number of appointments that you want to set. Maybe it's a particular amount of marketing that you want to send 4 mailers and have 3 events in a year. What about calls? Maybe you set a call goal for yourself on days that you don't have an appointment. Think about all the things that you need to do to reach your goals. Quantify them and put them on your schedule and to complete any of the tasks that you set before yourself. You're also going to need to determine the services that you provide. Is it completely Medicare Advantage that your focus is? Does it include Medicare supplements, group, property and casualty, life insurance, annuities? Determining your products and making sure that you have a portfolio to serve your clients is an important step on deciding your direction. If you have too many products, are you spreading yourself too thin? If you have too little products, are you really offering the support to the clients that you strive to make? It's a very thin line between having too many or too little, but it's a line that you have to kind of align for yourself to figure out what the best product portfolio that you want to utilize to make sure that your clients are happy and to make sure that you're not spreading yourself too thin. So we've got some basic understanding of what you can put on a business plan, but now let's talk about putting what work that you have to put in to achieve the goals that you strive for. Creating a timeline is super important. It's one of the most pivotal things that you can do. There's several timelines that you can choose to work with when designating your goals. Each has their own merits and can help you build a progressive plan. For example, let's say that you set an annual goal for yourself to write 100 Medicare Advantage apps. It's a nice big number, something you can strive for, and something that you can really break down easily. So if we have our yearly goal of 100, now we can break that down by your productivity by quarter. And since we're working with the senior market and Medicare, we can take this into really 2 pieces. So what we like to do is let's break it down into quarters 1, 2, and 3, and we'll lump AEP and fourth quarter separately from the first 3. So in quarter 1, quarter 2, and quarter 3, to achieve that 100 app goal that we set for ourselves, let's say we have to write 20 new applications every quarter. And since AEP falls in quarter 4, we're going to be working the same lead generation streams that we've been doing all year, in addition with some AEP marketing and getting referrals from your current 60 clients. You set yourself up to take another 40 apps to meet your goal of 100 applications per year. So in the beginning, we talked about having your mission statement, and that would lead you to your goals and your objectives. And on this last slide, we talked about having those specific goals. So with that, let's determine the objectives and activity required to match that. So if we keep with our example from last slide, our goal is 100 apps in a year. And your first goal is to bring in 20 applications in quarter 1. In order to meet that goal, a quick number crunch determines that your objective is to average about 7 apps per month. And if you aren't already doing so, you may want to track your close ratio for your appointments. So what that basically means is you need to know how many appointments on average that you're closing. That number will lead us to determine how many appointments that you need to make to hit your objective. So let's say that you operate at a 60% close ratio. That means that you have to set a minimum of 12 appointments per month to hit that close ratio in order to hit your goals. If you bring that down another level, it means you need about 3 appointments per week to get there, which I feel is, not the biggest thing to stretch. If you take a look at your goals, you don't want to have them too lofty. If you set yourself, I want to have 100 apps per year, those apps are coming in, they're not coming in fast and furious. You have to work week in, week out to achieve them. So by breaking them down from a yearly goal to a quarterly goal, and then to a monthly goal, and then down even to a weekly goal, it makes things more achievable, keeps you motivated, keeps you striving to attain your goals and your objectives. For our last section, we're going to be talking about evaluation. And how often you evaluate and assess your business plan is ultimately up to you. However, it's a critical step that should not be missed nor taken lightly. It's not enough to set a plan. You need to understand how the plan is working, and then you can adjust. You need to know what you did well, what you did poorly before you can improve upon yourself. Because at the end of the day, a plan that goes unevaluated is not going to improve. You must be able to do a proper self-reflective analysis, and that's going to help you understand the areas that you need to improve. And if something isn't working, you need to have the courage to change it. When you do your evaluation, you want to make some hard looks on a specific activity and objectives and make the necessary changes to accommodate your goals that you previously set. It's important to understand, again, that your goals should be concrete. Those should be the things that you're still striving for. And if you miss them, your objectives and activity are the things that would need to be changed to accommodate the goals and not the other way around. With that in mind, goals are meant to be achievable and, again, motivationable. Take the time to strategize your success. Use us here. Let us know what we can do to help leverage you for any of these problem areas that you may have. And that basically wraps it up for today. If there's any questions, we have some time here, so feel free to, again, type those up in chat, and I'll see them and get to them as they come in. If not, you can always reach out to your local support. You can see all of the sales and agency managers extensions on this page. You do want to note that we have made some changes this year on staffing, and we reworked a few of our territories. So Team Keystone has expanded into Team Atlantic, and that's headed by Rob Turnbull. You can find him at extension 150. Taking over for me on Team North, we have Adam Holbert at extension 124. And Team South has mostly stayed the same, except they have now acquired Virginia as a territory, and that's Kate Therion at extension 137. If you have any questions or need anything from me, you can find me on the agency team. My extension is 156. My counterpart is Jesse Morgan at extension 161. If there's any questions at all, please feel free to ask. Like I said, I'm more than happy to accommodate. And it doesn't look like we have any questions that did come in. So again, thank you all so much for your time. It was a pleasure doing this for you today. If you need anything, please send us an email, give us a call, let us know what we can do to help out. This is a huge opportunity for you. If you've never done a business plan before, now's the perfect opportunity. It's the beginning of the year. Let's get you out there and let's get you excited and motivated to hit any of the goals that we can help you set for yourself. Thanks again. Have a great rest of the day. Take care.